Hello everyone, welcome along to another edition of In the Box Seat. My name is Mark Liddymore, giving you all the Greyhound racing news across South Australia. Plus we'll be giving you a couple of hot tips along the way for the Wednesday matinee program and also the meeting here on Thursday night at Angle Park. Unfortunately, nominations have been extended for that meeting on Thursday night, so we'll have the Honey's Hot Tips for the Wednesday matinee program. We've got Lucinda, one of the Greyhound Honeys. She'll be joining us later on in the program, and we'll also have a chat to trainer Mick Geniotis, having a bit of luck with his greyhounds at the moment, especially with a newcomer to his kennels in Such Is Life, which has won 5 races since coming to South Australia. First of all, the Wednesday program here at Angle Park features the 3 heats of the Champion Puppy Series, 9 races in total, commencing at 11:52. 3 heats of the Champion Puppy Series. They are the features on the card there. The final is in a fortnight on Thursday, the final worth $14,000. Here on Thursday night, we've got a couple of features for you. First of all, we've got the final of the Jardine Lloyd Thompson lower grade final, plus the Veteran Stakes for 4-year-olds and grade 5 bitches only. Those races both worth $2,200. We've got a tip for you on Thursday night. Long Gully Jacob is actually engaged in the SA owned feature, has won 12 from 34, trained by Daryl Herndon. Long Gully Jacob was one to watch at the trials recently. He does look hard to beat in the SA owned final. A very talented chaser and looks to have a great each way chance. So look out for Long Gully Jacob here on Thursday night. Now, other features coming up on the weekend. We go to Port Augusta in the north. They've got their final, the Port Augusta Cup final, sponsored by the Port Augusta City Council. That race is worth $3,000 plus a trophy to the winner. They'll also be running a consolation final. That final's worth $500, the consolation plus a trophy to the winner there. We continue the Twilight program at Gully again this week, the 27th of June. We go Greyhound racing at Gully, perhaps with a 10-race program there on Sunday. The feature race there is the $3,000 Winter Cup. Is over the 643 metre journey. Looking out for that. Now, dogs to watch from the trials. Well, from Gawler last week over the 400, the trials that featured their Lighting Flood for trainer Don Turner went 22.91. It's got very consistent form to its credit. A recent winner at Barmera, plus it followed up with a Strathalbyn second. So watch out for the Don Turner trained Lighting Flood. And from Angle Park last week, Caribbean Wave went around for trainer Dean de Cray in 30 and 38. Most consistent performer is Caribbean Wave. That was over the 515. Plus, in a box-to-box, Matt Payne trailed a Brindle Dog, where it went 4:45 and 17:07. Look out for a Matthew Payne Brindle Dog in the forthcoming future. Well, it's that time again where we get to introduce one of the Greyhound Honeys on the set of In the Box Seat. Her name is Lucinda, and she'll be bringing you a couple of hot tips for the Wednesday matinee program here at Angle Park. So, good afternoon, Lucinda.
Good afternoon, Mark.
You've got a couple of hot tips for the punters there for the Wednesday matinee program, so fire away.
Yes, well, we have the first one, which is race 4, number 6, V Best Vein. He is an interstate visitor who looks to have a mortgage on the second heat of the Champion Puppy, having won 5 of his 8 lifetime starts. He won in sensational fashion 3 starts ago when he blistered around the Sandown track in a sizzling 29.76, followed by a last start win at the Meadows. He looks very hard to beat. First 4, race 4, number 6, 2, 4 and 8. Race 5, number 7, Olaxon, South Australia's top representative in the Champion Puppy Series, who boasts an impressive record of 5 wins from 7 starts. He won his last start in a brilliant 29.97 after leading throughout, and he looks to have the edge on the rivals in his heat. First 4, race 5, number 7, 2, 6 and 3.
Thank you, Lucinda. Good work, and hopefully we'll catch up again with you in the near future. Thanks again.
Thank you, bye.
Okay, that was Lucinda, who gave us the Greyhound Honey's hot tips for this week at Angle Park. Well, it's time to introduce our special guest on the program here on In the Box Seat. It is Mick Geniotis, who puts the polish on a dog called Such Is Life, having a pretty good success with his small team of greyhounds at the moment. So we welcome Michael to the set of In the Box Seat. Thanks for joining us on the program.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Good to be here.
You're having a bit of success with Such Is Life. She only won 1 in 11 before you got your hands on her, and now she's won 5 of her last 9 starts pending her performance here tonight at Angle Park, so she must be going pretty well for you.
Well, she's a quick beginner. She's blessed with that early pace, and the first 2 sections set her up well in the race. So she's South Australian bred, and she's a testimony to the grading system we've got here in South Australia, where young dogs have every chance to progress. She's a juvenile, she races against other underage dogs, and she's been getting to the front and learning how to race nicely. And she's actually owned by Nathan Rooney. She went to Melbourne. She won one of her 11 starts, as you said, but they quickly recognised that her transition over there was going to be hard pressed, and she's returned here, got on the bunny, and she's really going well.
And she hasn't missed the kick hardly ever in her recent starts here either.
No, genuinely 4.42 to the post. It doesn't matter inside or outside. I probably prefer her from the outside. She ducks into the turn a bit better. But she's one of those happy bitches that wants to give everything, and so far so good.
Okay, and I suppose Auntie Vic, who's put your name on the map in the last 12 months or so, you've had a lot of fun with her. She's taking you across to the west and also to the Shaky Isles as well with the Sister City Cup, but she's been a marvellous greyhound for you.
Sure. She's a pleasure to have around, and she did break her hock, and normally they don't return, but to her credit, it's that side of her progress to coming back to the track seems to be okay. There's just a series of small hiccups along the way, and I'm still quite quietly confident that I can get her back to something like normal form.
Now, Rock Carolad, who was going great guns, won 5 in a row about this time a month ago, was mainly looked at as a short course dog. She won over the 5.15, or he did, in pretty quick time. You must be happy with his progress.
Short course only because he had injury problems, and I was getting him back to 500. He is a genuine 500 metre dog, but problems in the shoulder and chest areas have meant that he's sometimes restricted in how much he can stretch out early, and we did have him right for a while there, and he showed with those 5 consecutive wins over the 400 how much pace he has got, but he got run down a couple of starts ago, and the indicators there were that he was not quite all right, and I've since found a slight tear underneath the chest, and I'm hoping to get that right, and we see the old dog back.
Now, you've been involved in the game for many years now. What's potentially the best greyhound you've ever trained?
Potentially, well, I have a lot of favourites. I've had a lot of really fast dogs, but I like the dogs that go straight to the front and set up their wins, and I've had a few of those in the shape of Self-Evident. He was a nice dog. Edward's Affair, which we got from Queensland. He ran second in the Derby up in Queensland, and he came down here and won a lot of races for us. Again, quick beginner. So I've got Railroad Train was another good dog. I've had a lot that I've had a lot of fun with, and Sweet Matt, he was a classic. He basically ran from the end of my bed. He was an indoor dog. He did everything on command, including winning races. So he was a great dog to me.
He's involved in the Greyhound adoption program now, I believe.
Yeah, he's got a sweet life. He actually runs around in a set of boots. He's got sore feet, and the owner has gone to the extent of organising some boots in him so that he's happy in his daily life.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us on In the Box Seat, Mick, and hopefully you'll have more success in the future with your small team of greyhounds. How many you've got in work at the moment?
I've got 8 in work, and that's about as many as I want. Thank you.
Okay, well, thanks again, Mick, and good luck in the future here at Angle Park and on various South Australian country tracks as well.
Thank you, Mark.
There's Mick Geniotis, puts the polish on a greyhound which is going pretty well at the moment, called Such Is Life, plus follow his other dogs, Everlasting Love, Rot Carolad. Wandy Prince, who was a recent winner here at Angle Park as well, is going well. Look out for those greyhounds in the near future. That just about takes us away from another edition of In the Box Seat. Well, of course, we appear with the new edition every Tuesday on the Greyhound Racing South Australia website, grsa.com.au, and we'll join you again for another edition of the same program here next week. Bye for now.